Hey everybody, I was working on assembling my Legion Imperialis Questor Knights, and as many of you know, I love to magnetize stuff, just because it helps set things up to be painted, but it also ends up being pretty fun. While I was working on this, and actually the tools I use primarily are these spin drills that you can get from God Hand. Actually, I think those are my chisels. So the spin drills from God Hand, they actually allow you to easily go ahead and create a perfect little hole for your magnets. Super easy. You're just putting it in place. The little bit right there helps to keep it in place. And let's zoom in a little bit further so you can actually see this. So you can see that's basically a little chisel there. So as you turn it, it takes away all the plastic that you're not needing. I actually found these while I was working on Gunpla, and they're meant to just create a small little recess that you can then put a little ornament or extra little bit. But of course I had to take it to another level. Primary magnets we're using are a 3mm by 0.5, and also I've got a lot. But then we've got, let's see, these little bitty ones that are 1.5mm, and yeah, they're 1.5 by 0.5. Super tiny. The thing that I want to pass on, because the 3mm, that's what I've been using for all the arms. And you can see there how all that comes together. Let me zoom back in for you. There you go. I did not glue the top on. I did glue the head, and I did glue the waist and everything else up, because I think I can get in there pretty easy to paint when it's at this stage. That should not be bad. I can do just about anything I want. And then you pop that on and go. And I've already drilled this out for a 1.5 using one of my spin drills. On the original mold, you can see the difference here, where they had not actually drilled it out yet. This would have been there all the time, so I was like, you know what, rule of cool, let's put the rocket pods on, because I just like it anyways. And so I just went ahead, drilled all the way through, and you can see here on the other side they actually have quite a bit of extra plastic. What I did was drilled all the way through there. I'll show you one of the finished versions. The finished version, it actually looks like this. Let's bring it back down here. So I use my my 3 to create the initial recessed. So Well, actually, I drilled through with the 1.5 completely through, just like I did here. Took my 3 and actually created another recess for that magnet. And I tried to get it as close as I could to reduce the distance that it would try and have to make that attraction. Basically, and really give it a lot more strength. And then, especially, and it really worked out on this last one. The last little bit of the cavity, I used the these tiny 1.5s to fill, and it worked out perfect. Then what I did was, geez, throwing everything. I used super glue gel. That's actually my primary thing that I'm using here. And what I'll do is I'll get just a little bit at the tip, use a little bamboo skewer, take that and then apply it wherever I need it. And after I have, like in this case, after I've got the magnet in place, I'll even give just this little bit of a coating over the top. That way it gives it a little bit extra support, I think. Then what you end up getting is a very nice setup. The big trick that I figured out was originally, because of how these are set up, I had accidentally drilled the wrong way, and I wanted to emphasize on this because you can see it doesn't quite line up whenever you're trying to come straight up, so you have to get rid of a lot of this extra and then position your spin drill properly, and then just take your time working it. That way it is a flatter or a lays flat underneath, and then you'll be good to go. Let's actually see if we can do this on camera here. Let's maybe zoom. Let's try that. There we go. All right. Just holding it like we would normally do a spin drill. And I'm kind of offsetting it just a littlest bit when I hold it, just so I can maintain that angle right there. Let's see if we can get it. All right, let's get our toothbrush. Try to keep that clean so we can make sure we're seeing what we need to see. Try and knock away a little bit top. I'm having a pretty light touch, so it does a really great job here. Okay. What's really nice about the drills, or these spin drills, is that unlike a normal one, you don't have the tapered head. So you don't have to worry about it busting out the other side and then having to do a bunch of repair work. You can actually really get, or you can really create some clever little setups with your magnets. Okay. So now you can see that nice little recess we've created in no time. And what I'm watching for, what I'm watching is how thick we are right there, because I don't want to get too close to the surface, and I also want to watch out for any sign that the drill might be coming through the other side. We're still doing okay. We're creating that nice little pocket for it to sit in. This is the way I did all the shoulders and other joints that I wanted to magnetize. Same basic process. I think we're doing okay. This might be enough. Let's make sure it's nice and flat like we want it. Okay. That's back. Let's get. And I've got something just to help cue everything up. So, we've got our Gorilla Glue. Just shaking it a little bit to get it closer to the front. What you always want is you want to create one arm or whatever, one section that becomes magnetized first, and that will help you to orientate across the board every other joint or part. So right now all of these rocket pods, they're all interchangeable because I did that. So what we'll do is take a small section. See that? So there we go. So now we know that'll match up. And I leave it like this, so it's already set. Get a little bit of our glue. See, just a little bit. Just don't have much time. It dries pretty quick. So that'll be enough. And that's our orientation. Take that. We'll just hold it in place for a second. Let's see. There we go. Even if it was more than 1. I don't really care. The price point is pretty good. So now we're set up on the bottom. What I want to do in a second is I want to fill in these gaps with some more Gorilla Glue. But let's go ahead and get the top bit here taken care of before I do any of that. I think that might have actually taken a little bit of that Gorilla Glue and put it up there. Pushed it up, which is just fine. Let's actually get just a little bit. But you can see how we still have just the littlest bit of distance there, which is just fine. And funny thing is, it'll still attach, but we want to have it more flush and sitting on a flatter surface. So I'm taking just a little bit more of our glue. That's probably a bit much. And this one's really easy now. Because also, before we put in some more Gorilla Glue, we knew that we've got our thing sitting right. Then we can literally just drop it in there. Hopefully you saw that. It literally just popped into place. Let's see. I think it's pretty good. We can try and smooth it out. All right, then real quick here, we'll go ahead and get some more glue, and this time we can kind of just get a nice little glob because we know it's not going to spill over and give us a bunch of cleanup that we have to do. There we go. And now we let that sit for a while. Once that's dried up, so we're good to go. Then you just double check to make sure that's nice and flat. If it isn't, you can alter it just a little bit. Sometimes the glue just dries a little bit weird, but that is the fundamentals of actually magnetizing these little bad boys up. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you enjoyed the demo and that it didn't take too long for you. I was really feeling that that one needed to be taken at the speed, or be shown at the speed that you actually do it, and not trying to fast forward it, because that way you get the wrong impression of how much time and patience it actually takes. But the process that I've been using, I found to be incredibly effective, and I hope you enjoy it. I want to actually get links for all the different tools that I'm using and drop them below. Please tell me your thoughts in the comments. See me on Twitch, and check out my other socials as well. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. It really helps. And we'll see you next time.